Hi, I'm Rihanna Olsen, and this is my story of my journey into chiropractic care. Many years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago, had an incident where I injured my left hip and my lower back. The doctors had said that I probably just sprained it, and I was on crutches for a couple weeks, and then it was never addressed again. Fast forward 5 to 10 years, and I really started having problems show up. My problems first started to get bad during my second pregnancy. I was about 6 months pregnant, and I was having really bad pain, to the point where I was falling to the ground randomly. And so my OB had me go into physical therapy so that I could make it through my pregnancy without injuring the baby. And so I did physical therapy for about 6 months, and did my best to keep up with the exercises they wanted me to do, but it never really made the pain stop, but it did help me get to the point where I wasn't falling. So we took it as a win. Then a few years later, I had another baby, and I didn't experience nearly as much pain or problems during that pregnancy as I did with my second one, but afterwards things got really bad. And all that while I was also having some neurological issues, like numbness and tingling in my extremities and in my face. And I was seeing a neurologist who ran some blood tests and checked my brain and my C-spine and didn't see anything. So he was like, "We'll watch you. We'll just watch." So after I had my third baby, I was working, and I was cleaning at the time, and I was cleaning something down on the ground. I went to stand up and I couldn't. I laid down on the ground and tried to stretch it out and see if I could get up after a few minutes, and I was able to get up. So I got home, I gathered up my stuff, I drove myself home, and I went to get out of my car and I fell to the ground. Couldn't hold my body up at all, couldn't put any weight on my legs. My husband had to come out and carry me from the driveway into the house. I laid there for hours trying to just let whatever happened relax and go away, and it didn't. I went to the emergency room, they did an x-ray, and they said, "Nothing's broken, go home, you're fine." I went to my primary care doctor, who was like, "Okay, nothing's broken, let's send you to the neurologist and see what they think." I went to the neurologist and they did an MRI, and they saw that I had bulging discs at the base of my spine in 2 of my discs. And what did he say? "We're just gonna watch it. We can't do anything for you." But to deal with the pain, he wanted to refer me to an orthopedic specialist to see if they could help me with pain management. Called the orthopedics office, and they said, "We don't really do anything with spines, we're going to refer you back to neurology." So at this point, I've spent a couple weeks not being able to put pressure on my legs, not being able to walk myself around without a walker. I'm 29 years old, 3 kids. That's not a good life to live, and not the kind of life I wanted to live. And somebody had recommended I call a chiropractor, and I asked my primary care doctor and the neurologist and the orthopedic specialist about their opinions on going to chiropractic care for treatment, and they told me, "No, do not go to a chiropractor, it will make things worse. They will not be able to help you, not with this." So I called the chiropractor and told him my story, and was literally in tears. I mean, I couldn't imagine continuing to live my life with 3 kids and having to use a walker to get around, not being able to run with them or, throw a ball with them or jump on a trampoline. And I couldn't do anything. So Dr. Vasco is the person I actually talked to when I called this office, and he talked me into coming in to get checked. He saw me within a couple of days and did my exam, did my x-rays, did my first adjustment, and I was able to stand right up. After my first adjustment, it was like a miracle. I came in hunched over and hobbling, and then could barely lay myself down on the table. He adjusted me and I stood up like I'd never been injured before. I was still in pain, but I was like straight again. And so it's been about 1.5 years since I started coming here, and I've seen amazing improvements in my abilities to function. Like it's not just like my pain, like I don't get injured as easily as I did before. I'm not as sore as I was before just trying to like walk up the stairs. I'm getting better sleep. I've had a lot more energy. I've had more motivation too. I started going to school again, working on my bachelor's degree, and I saw such amazing improvements in myself that I got my husband and my 3 kids to start coming here, and they love it. My husband does landscaping, and so he struggles with like back issues and issues with his shoulders, and it does amazing work for him. And my parents are also coming here as well as patients, and they've seen great improvement in how they feel on a regular basis, and it's motivated them to start eating healthier and just living better, healthier lives in general. And my mother-in-law comes. So it's a big community event now, and we feel like a family here, like this is where we belong, and it's probably the best decision that I ever made with regards to my health, is calling Dr. Vasco and joining this family here at Abundant Life.